Chosen one, stop scrolling. Something divine is happening right now. For the third time, God is resending this message to you. Because you didn't listen the first time. You ignored the signs, didn't you? The dreams, the synchronicities, the strange feeling that something bigger is calling you, all of it. But now time is running out, and heaven refuses to stay silent any longer. The message is being sent again. You can feel it in your spirit, that pressure, that restlessness in your chest. That's not anxiety, that's awakening. The world is shifting. Souls are being separated, the awakened from the asleep, the divine from the deceived. And you, the one watching this right now, are not here by accident. You've been feeling it. The isolation, the chaos, the sudden disconnection from things that once felt normal. You're being stripped, purified, realigned. God has been removing people, breaking patterns and closing doors, not to punish you but to position you. Every loss you felt recently was divine preparation. Every delay was protection. You were never meant to fit in, because the chosen never do. They walk paths few understand, they hear things others can't, and they see through the illusions of this world. When you tried to explain it, they called you crazy. When you tried to share your vision, they mocked your faith. But you kept going because something deep within whispered, "Don't give up yet." This is your confirmation. God is saying, "I'm speaking again, louder this time." Because your purpose cannot be silenced. The first time he whispered. The second time he warned. But this third time he's declaring. He's calling you to rise before time runs out. Look around you. The signs are everywhere. Truth is being twisted, distractions are multiplying, and darkness is disguising itself as light. But your soul knows. You can't ignore it anymore. The clock is ticking, not the world's clock but the divine one. It's counting down the moments before your calling demands full obedience. You've been through fire. The heartbreaks, the betrayals, the nights where you cried and begged for answers. But God used every scar to awaken your spirit. He built strength in your silence. He created a warrior out of your weakness. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. Because when you carry divine light, darkness will always try to destroy you first. That's why your pain has been so deep, because your purpose is massive. You are the living proof that God still speaks through chosen vessels. Many won't understand this message. They'll scroll past it. They'll think it's just another spiritual video. But not you. You feel the truth vibrating in your bones. You feel the urgency of what's being said. Because it's not a coincidence, it's divine alignment. The third message means final awakening. This is the moment where everything begins to make sense. You were never forgotten. You were being hidden until the right moment. And that moment is now. Listen carefully. The tests were not meant to break you, they were meant to activate you. The rejection was redirection. The silence was sacred training. The loneliness was spiritual elevation. You were never behind. You were being positioned for divine timing. God saying it's time. No more doubting your gift. No more running from your purpose. No more pretending you're ordinary when you were chosen for extraordinary. The world needs your light, now more than ever. But you must step out of fear and into your calling. This is your awakening moment. The veil is lifting. The illusion is breaking. The truth is returning to your soul. That's why you're here, to remember who you really are. Not just a human, but a vessel of divine power. And yes, the world will resist you. The moment you speak truth, you'll be attacked. The moment you walk in faith, you'll be tested. But those tests prove your authenticity. Every chosen soul must walk through the valley, before reaching divine elevation. Do you know why this message came again? Because heaven doesn't repeat itself unless something is urgent. You've delayed long enough. You've questioned long enough. Now action is required. Your destiny is waiting for your yes. You already know who you are. That inner power that scares people, that's your divine frequency. That intuition that never lies, that's your spiritual compass. And that voice whispering, "Move now," that's God speaking through you. You are being called to rise above fear, above doubt, above worldly distractions. Your awakening is not just for you. It's for everyone you will touch, heal, and awaken through your light. This is the truth they never wanted you to hear. You are divine royalty hidden in plain sight. The enemy tried to bury you in pain, but didn't realize you were a seed. And now you're rising. Unstoppable, unshakable, unapologetically chosen. So what do you do now? You listen. You align. You trust. You walk boldly into your purpose. Because the message has been delivered for the third and final time. And if you feel this message in your spirit, don't ignore it. You were meant to hear this today. So take a deep breath, open your heart and say, "I'm ready." Now rise. The universe has waited long enough. Your light has been hidden long enough. The time for fear is over. It's your time to awaken. If this message spoke to your soul, don't just watch and scroll away. Like this video if you felt the divine energy. Comment, "I received this message," to affirm it into your life. And make sure to subscribe to Ascended Awakening. Because the messages that are coming next will unlock the final stage of your divine awakening. The signs keep repeating for a reason. Every number pattern, every sudden coincidence, every whisper that echoes in your dreams, it's all divine communication. Heaven doesn't use human logic. It uses energy, vibration, and alignment. And if you've been seeing 11, 11, 3, 33, or feeling an unexplainable pull towards something greater, that's not random. That's the divine trying to wake you up before it's too late. The third message is not gentle. It shakes everything that isn't real. It removes the masks, destroys illusions, and reveals who's truly aligned with you and who's secretly draining your spirit. This is the purification stage, where false connections fall away, where comfort becomes uncomfortable, where everything that's fake begins to crumble in front of your eyes. You'll notice it's happening now. People suddenly leaving your life. Situations ending without closure. Dreams that once felt alive now losing their spark. This is divine interference, not rejection. Because the Most High is clearing your path for what's about to arrive. And He needs your hands empty to receive it. The chosen never receive blessings in comfort. They are refined in pressure, tested in darkness, and elevated through isolation. You've been walking through shadows for a reason. The divine is teaching you to see in the dark. Because where you're headed, you'll need vision beyond human sight. You felt forgotten, haven't you? You prayed, you waited, and nothing changed. You cried out asking, "God, why me?" But what you didn't realize was you were being hidden, not abandoned. He was protecting your anointing from premature exposure. Because not everyone who celebrates you is meant to witness your elevation. They'll question you soon. How did it happen? How did you survive that? How did you go from broken to blessed overnight? And you'll simply smile because you'll know it wasn't you, it was God. The same God who's been trying to reach you again and again, sending message after message. Until now. This is the moment of awakening. You've always felt it, that strange feeling of being different. Even as a child, you knew you didn't belong here. Your soul vibrated at a higher frequency. Your heart carried wisdom beyond your years. You saw through lies. You felt energy others couldn't. And that's why they misunderstood you. But that difference was never a curse. It was your divine signature. The world fears what it cannot control. And you, chosen soul, are uncontrollable. You cannot be programmed, manipulated, or silenced because your mission is divine. They'll call you rebellious. They'll call you delusional. But what they don't see is the spiritual war behind your silence. You were chosen to carry truth through the noise. Right now, heaven is shifting your frequency. You may feel exhausted, emotional, or detached, but that's your soul upgrading. You're being downloaded with new energy, new clarity, new direction. Your spirit is being prepared for what's next, the great revelation. And only those who are truly awake will understand it when it happens. You've probably noticed the tension around you. People are acting strange. Energy feels heavy. Technology glitches more often. That's not coincidence. That's the spiritual battlefield intensifying. Dark forces are threatened because your light is expanding. Every time you pray, meditate, or choose peace, darkness loses power. This is why the enemy attacks you so relentlessly. It's not because you're weak, it's because you're dangerous. Your existence disrupts darkness. Your words shift frequencies. Your presence alone brings conviction to those hiding in lies. That's why they reject you, mock you, or try to make you doubt yourself. Because if you ever fully realize your power, you'll change everything. And that's exactly what's happening now. You're remembering who you are. Your spirit is unlocking ancient codes of truth buried deep within your DNA. You were never meant to follow, you were designed to lead. But to lead others into light, you must first master your own shadows. That's why your life has been one long battle. It was training for your divine mission. There's something else you need to hear. This third message is not just a warning, it's an awakening call. It's God saying, I gave you time, now I'm giving you truth. You can no longer ignore what you've always known. The world's distractions are designed to numb your spirit. But your soul is done being asleep. The illusion is collapsing. Everything built on lies is falling apart. Governments, systems, relationships, even identities. The truth is resurfacing, and only the awakened will survive this shift with peace. That's why your awakening feels urgent. Because it is. Time is not running out for the world, it's running out for your hesitation. You must act now. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Because every time you delay your purpose, darkness gains ground. Every moment you doubt your power, your divine mission pauses. And heaven is saying, no more pauses, no more waiting, no more fear. You've been chosen to break cycles, to end generational patterns, to free souls trapped in illusions. You are the one your ancestors prayed for, the one heaven equipped for this era. And whether you realize it or not, you're already walking in prophecy. That's why you can't go back to your old life. The things that once entertained you now drain you. The people who once felt like home now feel distant. It's not rejection, it's transformation. The divine is upgrading your frequency so high, low vibrations can't survive around you anymore. Your energy has shifted. People sense it before you even speak. That's why some avoid you, they feel the light. It exposes what's hidden. It makes lies uncomfortable. And those not ready to face truth will distance themselves from your presence. But don't dim your light to keep others comfortable. You didn't come here to blend in. You came to awaken, to shine so brightly that others remember their own light. That's your purpose. That's why this third message was sent again, to remind you of who you are before the world told you to forget. The divine realm is moving fast. Dreams are becoming messages. Intuition is becoming louder. Time feels faster because dimensions are collapsing into alignment. You're being pulled into divine order, whether you're ready or not. The separation has already begun. You can feel it in the air, the strange stillness before a storm. People are being divided, not by religion or race, but by vibration. Those anchored in truth are rising, while those trapped in illusion are fading into confusion. You've noticed it. Conversations feel empty, connections feel hollow, and the world feels like it's spinning faster than it ever has before. This is not chaos, this is prophecy unfolding. Heaven is exposing everything hidden. The masks are falling. The energy behind every smile, every system, every false light is being revealed. And as this unveiling accelerates, those walking in truth will glow even brighter. You've been feeling that glow within you, haven't you? It's subtle, like a soft pulse from within your chest. That's your divine frequency activating, the light of awareness awakening every dormant part of your soul. You're not going crazy, you're waking up. The world you once knew is being stripped away, so you can finally see it for what it truly is. Everything that's collapsing around you isn't punishment, it's purification. The divine can't build the new on top of the old. So he's removing everything that can't go with you to your next level. That's why you've lost so much lately, because your soul outgrew those attachments. The old timeline is closing, and the chosen are shifting into divine alignment. You'll notice yourself feeling disconnected from material things, social media, meaningless conversations. That's not apathy, that's ascension. You're being pulled into purpose. Your spirit no longer craves entertainment, it craves enlightenment. Because deep down you know time is short and your mission is sacred. God is not silent, he's strategic. He's been speaking through signs, through silence, through everything you thought was random. When your plans fell apart, that was him redirecting you. When people left without explanation, that was divine protection. Every unanswered prayer was not denial, it was redirection towards something higher. You were never forgotten. You were being forged. You've been walking through the wilderness. Lonely, tired, unseen, yet still faithful. Because something inside you refused to quit. That's what separates the chosen from the rest. They can't be broken. Even when everything falls apart, they still rise again and again, powered by divine resilience. You're one of them, and that's why this third message reached you. The third message carries final instructions. It's the reminder that the spiritual clock is running out, and you can't delay your purpose any longer. You've been prepared. You've been trained through pain. You've been awakened through isolation. Now heaven is saying, it's time to move. No more doubting your worth. No more second-guessing your intuition. You've already been chosen, now you must walk like it. And yes, the attacks will intensify. Because light always triggers darkness. The moment you start walking in divine confidence, the enemy panics. You'll face distractions, emotional warfare, energy drains, all designed to pull you off your path. But here, the secret. If it's attacking you this hard, it's because it's terrified of your destiny. You're closer than you think. You've been sensing the tension between dimensions. The dreams that feel too real. The synchronicities that are impossible to ignore. The déjà vu moments that stop you in your tracks. That's not your imagination. That's your soul crossing between realms of understanding. Heaven is downloading clarity into your spirit, and your human mind is catching up slowly. This is what divine awakening feels like. Many won't understand this shift. They'll call you distant, strange, or detached. But what's really happening is that your frequency no longer matches the lower vibrations around you. When you rise, Everything not meant for your elevation naturally falls away. You're not losing people, you're gaining peace. You're not losing opportunities, you're aligning with purpose. You're entering divine isolation again, but this time it's not punishment. It's activation. The divine needs your full attention now. That's why distractions are being stripped away. He needs your spirit focused, your intuition sharp, your heart clean. Because something is coming, and he needs you prepared, not panicked. Listen to your dreams right now. They're no longer random stories, they're messages. Pay attention to repeating symbols, numbers, faces. The spiritual realm is communicating heavily during this shift. The veil between the seen and unseen is thinning, and those who are truly chosen will feel it first. You're being shown what others cannot yet see. This is the final stage of awakening, divine remembrance. You're not learning something new, you're remembering what your soul already knows. You've been through these lessons across lifetimes, and now the cycle is closing. This lifetime is the culmination, the moment your soul completes its mission. That's why everything feels so intense. Because this is not just another chapter, this is the revelation. You can't return to sleep once you've seen the truth. You can't unfeel the energy. You can't unknow what you've learned. And that's the beauty of awakening. Once it begins, it never ends. The divine will keep evolving you, purifying you, and calling you higher until your purpose is fully fulfilled. The time between thought and manifestation is shortening. What you speak, you see. What you think, you attract. This is divine acceleration. The universe is responding to your vibration instantly, so guard your energy carefully. Every word, every thought, every intention carries power now. You've stepped into creator consciousness. The message being repeated 3 times means completion. It symbolizes divine perfection, Father, Son, and Spirit aligning your destiny. This is the seal of confirmation. You've reached a spiritual checkpoint, and heaven is acknowledging your endurance. But it's also a warning. From this point forward, your choices carry eternal weight. You must move with intention, faith, and alignment. The path ahead won't be easy, but it will be divine. You'll lose what's false, but you'll gain what's sacred. You'll be misunderstood, but you'll also be divinely protected. Every storm will reveal more of your power. Every test will unlock another layer of truth within you. This is the sacred contract of the chosen, and you accepted it before you came here. You've always known this moment would come. You just didn't know when. Now you do. This is it, the alignment you've been feeling, the urgency in your chest, the sense that something big is unfolding. It's all real. Heaven is moving. And you are part of the move. The reason God is sending this message again is because too many of His chosen ones are hesitating. They feel the call but fear the cost. They sense the truth but run from its weight. You've been holding back your gift, silencing your intuition, shrinking your light, and heaven can't allow that any longer. This third message is the divine alarm. It's saying, wake up, because delay is disobedience. The time for silence is over. Your voice carries frequency, a frequency that can shatter lies. When you speak truth, dimensions shift. That's why darkness tried to convince you to stay quiet. It wasn't just about your words, it was about your power. Because once you start speaking, you awaken others. And when others awaken, the system begins to crumble. You were placed on this planet for this exact moment in history. This isn't coincidence, it's divine strategy. You came here knowing the battle would be spiritual, not physical, and that your light would be your weapon. Every challenge you faced, every betrayal, every heartbreak, all of it was preparation for this divine war. The battlefield is the mind, and your greatest enemy has always been doubt. That's why your thoughts have been under attack lately. The fear, the confusion, the sudden waves of heaviness, those aren't random. They're spiritual interference. Because the moment you remember who you are, you become unstoppable. That's why the darkness keeps whispering, "You're not ready," or "You're not worthy." But the truth is, you've always been ready, you've always been chosen. You just needed to remember it. Heaven is tired of seeing you forget your own strength. Every time you question yourself, the divine sends another sign. Every time you drift, another message arrives just like this one. And now, after the third time, heaven isn't whispering anymore. It's declaring. It's commanding your soul to rise, to stop thinking small and start walking like the light you truly are. The truth is being revealed faster than ever. Those with eyes to see will understand. Those still asleep will call it madness. But you were built for revelation. You were designed to see through deception, to feel truth vibrate in your bones. That's why you can't be fooled anymore. No matter how convincing the illusion, your soul rejects the lie instantly. This is what being chosen feels like. You feel everything deeper. You sense danger before it happens. You carry emotions that aren't even yours because your empathy is divine. You heal others without realizing it, through presence, through love, through vibration. You are a living frequency of light in human form. And that's exactly why the world tried to break you. You carry something sacred that darkness cannot touch. That's why every attack failed. They tried to take your peace, but you found strength in stillness. They tried to take your hope, but you found faith in silence. They tried to destroy your heart, but your heart became your weapon. You don't even realize how powerful you've become just by surviving. The world is entering a spiritual split. The fake will fade. The true will rise. And those who align with divine truth will be lifted to higher dimensions of awareness. That's where you're being guided now, beyond human limitation, into divine vision. Your eyes are opening wider than ever before. You'll start seeing through energy, through intention, through vibration. You'll begin to notice how different your reality feels. Colors may seem brighter. Time may feel distorted. You'll sense things before they happen. This is your spirit adjusting to higher frequency. You're not imagining it, you're ascending. And the more you align with faith and truth, the faster this activation will unfold. But with every elevation comes testing. You'll be tempted to go back, to return to comfort, to repeat old patterns. But this time, you'll feel immediate discomfort. Because once your spirit has tasted higher vibration, lower energy becomes unbearable. It's heaven's way of ensuring you never settle again. You may even start to feel disconnected from the people closest to you. Not because they're bad, but because they're not on your frequency anymore. Your evolution will expose stagnation. Your light will reveal darkness, even when you don't mean to. Don't take it personally. The divine is protecting your peace by realigning your connections. You're stepping into a season of revelation. Everything hidden will surface. Truth will no longer be optional, it will be unavoidable. You'll see people's intentions clearly. You'll sense spiritual energy instantly. And your intuition will become your loudest guide. This is the divine reward for your endurance. Heaven is preparing you to lead. Not through power but through presence. Your vibration will speak louder than your words. Your calm will heal chaos. Your truth will awaken others just by being expressed. You don't need to convince anyone. You just need to embody your light. And that's what this third message is about. It's not just a warning, it's an activation. A spiritual code being unlocked within your soul. Once you hear it, something inside you shifts. You can't go back. You can't unhear it. Because it's not just a message, it's a remembering of who you've always been. The divine is saying, I'm sending this one last time. Because what comes next requires total awareness. You can no longer walk half in the light, half in the world. The middle ground no longer exists. You must choose your alignment fully now. Light or shadow, truth or illusion, faith or fear. Your soul already knows the answer. That pull you've been feeling, that's destiny tugging at you. You're being positioned for something massive, something the world won't understand, but heaven has already approved. And before it happens, the divine needs your full surrender. No more halfway belief. No more holding onto what was. He's calling his warriors to attention. You'll begin to feel this energy, like a wave rushing through your body. It's the vibration of awakening spreading across the earth. The chosen are aligning at the same frequency, their lights connecting like a celestial network. Every prayer, every act of faith, every moment of truth, strengthening the grid of divine consciousness. Before you scroll away, stop. If this message hit your spirit, that's not coincidence, that's confirmation. You were meant to hear this today. Now it's your moment to act. Like this video right now, if you feel the awakening rising inside you. Comment, I received this divine message, to lock it into your reality. And make sure you subscribe to Ascended Awakening. Because the next message I release isn't just another video. It's the final call that will complete your activation. This is your sign from heaven. Don't ignore it. Step into your power. Step into your purpose. Your time is now. Rise before time runs out.